These are Anker's newest portable battery banks. These things are Qi2 certified, which means they're MagSafe compatible. You'll need an iPhone 12 or newer to get the most out of these battery banks, but normal Qi devices will benefit from them as well, at much slower rates, mind you. So the next few minutes, I'm going to cover a bunch of things, including design, wireless charge speeds, wired charge speeds, usability, and end it all off with an update to my top 5. All right, let's talk about the design of this guy. First up is the Anker MagGo Power Bank 10K Slim. Now some of you brought to my attention that I didn't have this accessory in my last top 5 video, and that's because I can't buy this in Canada. Now this product is one of the very few that Anker uses metal with. Now in my mind, I call Anker the king of fake metal because the plastic finish on their products is very, very good. The metallic edge as well as the chrome finish, that looks pretty sweet in my perspective. Now, the back of this product is flat and has a soft rubber coating to it, which is going to have a big impact. I'll talk about it in a few minutes. Anker wasn't kidding when they said it was slim, especially when compared to this old school Apple battery bank. The width of the battery bank is almost identical to the width of a normal sized iPhone. So this entire setup, thank you, has a very good hand feel to it. The charging port is on the bottom of the device, which is a silly spot for it, especially when you're trying to like pseudo prop it up. You can't actually charge anything when it's like this. So that's the Slim. Let's talk about its girthier brother. Just the normal MagGo Power Bank 10K. This thing. The 10K bank is much thicker than the Slim, though it's slightly slimmer than the Slim. Now the finish of this product is all plastic, so it doesn't feel as solid. And the extra bulkiness, especially when paired with a device, doesn't fit as well in my hand. Thank you. Anker includes a LCD screen, and the port is on the side, which is handy when you're using it like this. Now, unlike the Slim, the back is very, very smooth, and overall it gets pretty grimy. So that's the normal Power Bank 10K. Let's talk about this 6.6K version. This thing is the thickest of the three, and the most unique thing about this product is that it opens up, turns into a stand. Now, I really had to think long and hard about why Anker would make a product like this, but for my usage, a stand like this is way more stable than something like a kickstand. This doesn't seem as stable as this. This seems more like a semi-permanent setup rather than a temporary one, like this kickstand. With this product, the one thing I did note is that the back of this side is a metal plate, I think, which means it's gonna get hot in all the right places. My biggest gripe with this product is that the bottom scratches very easily, and it's very slick. Now every one of these products can go both ways, charging wirelessly as well as through the ports. Max speed for the wireless chargers for all these products is 15 watts, which is standard for Qi2 certified products. 15 watts is also the same amount of wattage for Apple's official MagSafe chargers. But for my testing, every Qi2 accessory is just as fast, if not faster, than Apple's own MagSafe. Now between these three devices, the MagGo Power Bank 10K, this thing, provided my iPhone with 44% charge in 30 minutes. That also happened for the Slim version, but the Power Bank 6.6K got 41% in 30 minutes. Honestly, it's crazy to see those values because the original Qi MagSafe power banks, things like this, I got around 20-25% at most. Like, it's night and day. When it came to flow-through charging, which is charging a dead iPhone through a dead battery pack using a wired connection, the MagGo Power Bank 10K charged at 49%, Power Bank 6.6K at 48%, and oddly enough, the Slim only registered 24%. That's on average. That wasn't a one-time deal. It's just slower. Why? When it came to temperature, the two 10K battery banks ran coolest at 104 degrees Fahrenheit and 6.6K at 110. But that was taken when it was buttoned down like this. If you open it, it goes down to 100. I'm guessing it's because of that metal plate. Heat dissipation. Hot in all the right places. Now, if you want to charge your iPhone in the quickest way possible with these power banks, you're going to have to use a cable, because with this setup, I was able to get between 53 and 55% in 30 minutes. Let's talk about wired charging speeds and kind of some of the convenience features that come with these products. Now here's where it gets interesting enough for reviewers like Monty and I. Now both these power banks here, these two on the outside, they're 10K power banks, but one has a max input of 20 watts while the other has a max input of 30 watts. Is that gonna make a big difference? Yeah. When charging it from dead to full, the 20-watt charger will take about 2.25 hours to fill, whereas the 30 watts will take about 1.5 hours. Those are significant speed improvements. With the newer battery banks, the port is also an input and an output, which means your device is also gonna be able to charge at 20 watts or 30 watts, like your iPhone will charge at 20 watts. iPads, depending on the size, will charge up to 35 watts. And when it comes to gauging how much power is left in these battery banks, the Slim as well as the 6.6K use a series of LED dots. 4 dots for battery levels and the 1 big dot for a charging status. The 10K, as you already saw, comes with an LCD screen, and this will tell you the charge rates or the discharge rates for the device. Is this information more useful than the 5-dot system? Generally, no, but cool to see. Like, I do like it. What do you guys prefer, blinky LED lights or an actual LCD screen? Before we move on to the next section, if you are planning on getting one of these things, make sure you use my links. I'm a reviewer, not an influencer. Anker's not paying me to make this video. I just want to find out what the best tech is, and Anker, they make great products. That's why I have to make this video and share it with you guys. All right, let's talk about the practicality of these products as well as the usage. When it comes to magnetic strength, one of these products is stronger than the other, which seems odd to me because why doesn't Anker just use the same thing for all their Qi2 products? The product that stayed on the best was the slim version. And remember what I said earlier in the video? It's because it's got a soft rubber finish, so there's a lot more friction between the battery bank and the iPhone, so it's a lot harder to push off. Thank you. Now this took about 11.5 newtons to remove, and the other two battery banks took about 9.6 newtons to remove. The average for my testing is 9.4 newtons, which means Anker is doing the bare minimum. For me personally, when I see a bigger power bank, I kind of want it to have a stronger magnetic connection. So this is just so ungainly, and having it be able to come off relatively easily is not a good thing. Now, when it comes to overall practicality, it's hard to argue with the slim because it is just so tiny. Like, the hand feel of this entire product is quite nice, especially compared to like the bigger humps of the 6.6 and the normal 10K. And if you're wondering about how much these things weigh and if you should keep them in your pocket, generally you shouldn't keep them in your pocket, but the 10K weighs about 253 grams, the slim version weighs 207, and the 6.6K weighs 261 grams. So the product with the least amount of charge weighs the most. Why? The last thing I'll mention is that these Qi2 battery banks, they are pretty pricey. The normal 10K is about 95 bucks, the 6.6 is 70, and the slim is $75. So these are almost 2 to 3 times as expensive as normal MagSafe compatible ones that are Qi1 based. When it comes to my current top 5, number 5 goes to the Inui BI-B7, number 2 goes to the OtterBox multi-mount battery pack, number 3 was the 6.6K Anker battery pack, number 2, if you guys remember, was surprising, it's this Belkin thing, and number 1 was the MagGo 10K Qi2 power bank. My new top 5 with the slim added to it. First of all, it does make the top 5. Basically, this gets pushed off. This is number 5. This is number 4. This is number... Oh, no. This. Slim is number 2. All right, that's all I got for this video. Questions, comments, leave them down there. If you're planning on getting one of these products, make sure you use my links. I'm not sponsored by Anker, even though I literally just made an entire video about Anker products. They are just that good at making charging products. Other products like mice and keyboards, terrible. But chargers, yeah, like they are so hard to beat.